It's time for SideScrollers on ScrewAttack.com with me, Stuttering Craig.
Hey, Mr. Donut Head Man, who's trying to kill you? I don't know, but you better not.
And Daily Destin.
This town needs an enema.
And this week's special guest, Freelance Brian the Intern.
Wow. You're amazing, dude.
Thanks.
And now, broadcasting from the World Screw Attack headquarters in Dallas, Texas, it's the SideScrollers. Welcome on to SideScrollers on ScrewAttack.com. What is going on? Hi, I'm Stuttering Craig.
Freelance Brian.
And I'm Chad.
Destin not joining us this week because his bum hurts. So,
He's got the butt cancer.
No, he does not have the butt cancer.
Oh, God.
Don't start spreading that rumor. Destin is doing just fine. But anyways, so how's everybody doing this week?
Doing pretty well.
Yes?
Very good. I'm refreshed and relaxed from my vacation, so I'm good.
You went to Vegas?
Yes.
Did you enjoy your time in Vegas?
Yeah, it was good.
Did you lose any money?
No, I ended up breaking even in the end. The first day I kicked ass, and then the second day I lost all
You
day.
went back. You went back.
I did.
Never go back.
I know.
Win and then you just stay.
Well, when I'm there for like 3.5 days.
Red 23 only works for so long.
Take your woman to shows and stuff.
We
you
did.
know?
We went and saw that. We'll talk later about this.
All right. Okay. So a big week this week as we are going to be, I know I'm going to be traveling a lot. Chad, you will be traveling as well.
Yep.
So we got a I'm going to have a very busy few weeks for sure. As I'm going to be going out to California, LA to see brand new Call of Duty Black Ops. So make sure you're following me on Facebook and Twitter because I'll be live tweeting and Facebooking from the event. Most likely more Facebooking because it's easier for me to do that on my phone and such. And you can say more stuff in your Facebook things than you can with 160 words?
140 characters.
140 characters less, yeah. So I can say more on Facebook. Just search Stuttering Craig on Facebook and send me a friend request and I'll accept it and we'll be buddies on Facebook.
Oh.
Yes, it'll be adorable. Then after that, we're making our way. Chad, you'll be joining Jose and I out in Seattle for PAX, which should be fun. Speaking of PAX, I'll be doing a panel at the actually it's not Craig panel, it's the GT panel, and
At the Craig panel and these other people.
They just work with me.
well, I'm interested to see how the response, because this is like the first time I've really been in front of the GT audience in about 3 years, and a lot's changed in 3 years.
Yeah.
You know, so and some of them are like, "Oh, you fucker!" And so I'm interested to see if anyone's gonna actually be a dick to me in person, which I totally embrace. I want
Yeah.
that. It's just so I can see.
Craig loves to argue.
Oh, I love it. It's great.
The big question, do they have the balls to do what they do on their comments in person?
Exactly. That's exactly what I want.
If they're
Well, now
not-
someone's like, "Oh, I'm going just to do it now, Craig."
I hope so. So,
Plus, I'll have merch out there.
yes,
So.
yes. So Friday at I think it's 5:30. I don't know, but look on the PAX site and you can see the game trailers panel. You'll see it on there and all that stuff. We'll be joining the guys from Destructoid on that panel, or the Hey Ash guys, which would be cool.
Yep.
As well as some other content producers they have on their site. So
Is
yeah.
Keeley going to be there?
I hope to God Jeff Keighley's there. I will come out as Jeff Keighley, or maybe I'll do a costume change, wardrobe change in the middle, and come out and.
You should come out when they call for Jeff Keeley.
Yeah. You're gonna sit in his
everybody.
place. Here's the name tag. Have your hat forward and like.
That'd be sweet. Hey guys, I'm completely average.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then the following week, I'll actually be going to TGS with Angel for Tokyo. It's gonna
Shed a tear. So jealous.
be so cool.
Yep.
All right, man, oh man. But also this week, we have Ben's birthday. So if you want to bombard Ben with
Yay.
emails, that's coming up this Friday. So it's been a busy. Jared just had his birthday, and Ben will have his birthday. So make sure you email High School Ben and Ben@ScrewAttack.com. Tell him how great he is and all that stuff.
There you go. Today's actually Brent's birthday. Not Brent Floss Brent, but
Our friend Brent.
Yes. If you ever saw Jack Thompson's Scary Bodyguard at SGC a year ago, it's
That's
his
right.
birthday today.
That's right.
And now you know.
Very, very, very small percentage of the audience knows who.
Yeah, I know.
That's okay.
But they love him just the same.
That's right.
You can't love a man with that. That doesn't. You cannot help but love a man who has a sweet, wicked goatee like that.
Yep.
That's right. So yeah, busy week nonetheless. All right. So we're giving the rundown on the show this week. Foreign Questions, SideScroller News Desk. The middle segment this week is going to be a talk of the greatest movie I've ever seen.
You like it that much?
Well, maybe not that much, but it's pretty damn good. And we'll be talking about that a little later on. That's a tease. No, why am I teasing? What are we talking about, Scott? Because we don't like advertisers. The reason why you tease on like radio is so you can advertisers can be heard and such.
Yeah.
We're gonna be talking about Scott Pilgrim.
There.
Tune
he
in
said
later
it.
so we can get that download.
Or
Wait.
just fast forward. All right. But right now it's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the different world's favorite segment. It's time for somebody, not me.
Hard news.
There you go.
All today's news is it's time for
No, it's not later.
That's later on. You guys coordinate that. All right. I got hard news this week, and there's some very interesting stories out there. Most notably, there's a lot of reboots coming out now, and
Yeah.
reboots of franchises from old getting work done. Did you know the same folks who are doing Need for Speed once had a reboot for Skate or Die?
Really?
Skate
Really?
or Die in the works. Back in 2002, Criterion Games was working on a reboot of Skate or Die. Now, here's the thing about it, though. This is the craziest thing. They left the project to go work on
Burnout.
Yes, the Burnout series or Need for Speed. Whatever. Yeah, whoever does it's Criterion. They went to go work on Need for Speed or something. Yeah, Need for Speed for a second. And
okay.
but what came of the
Skate or Die?
of Skate or Die? Guess.
I don't know. I want it Skate or Die now.
Skate.
Really?
Yes. Isn't that interesting?
How did they work that out? How did it go from Criterion
from,
to
like-
Black Box?
It was. They said it eventually became EA's skate franchise. They said they wanted to explore what would it be like if you were just go out and skate and do the thing, whatever you wanted to do. There was an experience when we were skating in real life that just wasn't captured in video games. They wanted that to be pulled off on the board.
Wow.
What?
So isn't that crazy?
My mind is blown. Where's the pool jousting and skate? That's what I want now.
Yeah. So I thought that was really interesting, and I thought you'd be really interested in that, Chad.
I am,
That's
man. That's
crazy.
pretty cool.
Yeah. I can't believe I didn't.
No wonder so many people bitch about the controls being so hard. Like,
I thought that was really, really cool. That's from VG247. All right, next one. The Kinect beta kits have gone out. Now,
All right.
now people are now experiencing with the
Skynet
Kinect-
begins.
Yes. And there's word going around that there's like a delay and a lag in the navigation and such. But Microsoft is insisting that there's going to be
Is it our fault?
it's one-to-one motion, meaning that if you move, it moves with you. That's what they're insisting. And
Okay.
the big tagline here is that it's just as fast as pushing a button. So if you were to press the button, it would do the exact same thing in the exact same amount of time. So
Okay.
I'm calling the BS meter on this.
If it was one-to-one,
Odd.
wouldn't it have to like almost predict your motions?
Agree, exactly. That's why I've never bought the one-to-one thing. You know.
It'd be crazy. I don't know. They'd have to have some serious power behind that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it says they said they've done tests at the office where we have a TV, flash a light on screen, and we have a controller and someone hitting a button, and someone with Kinect clapping as soon as they see the green light, as soon as they see the light.
We have
And-
several trained monkeys.
And both things go as fast as the other.
And yes, they write Shakespeare.
The fastest one gets a banana. Like
The others go back to the zoo.
The most elaborate says, why not just have a system that records response time? Like, just like a little box that records from when the motion happens to when that. Why must they create an elaborate sound, like, whatever.
We were playing Family Feud. This is coming from the Kinect main dude, Kudo Tsunada. I've never heard that name before, but
That's a crazy name.
Kudo. He says,
Kudos.
we've already have the one-to-one stuff working really well, and the response time is just as fast as pushing a button or making a gesture. And this comes out in November, keep in mind. So I don't really know how I feel about that. So.
It's okay. When it starts taking over the world and getting control of our global defense systems, we'll have about a couple seconds of time ahead of it to stop it.
You'll be able to move your arms just as fast to maneuver out of the way of the missiles.
Yep.
All right.
Exactly.
And finally, keeping on track with Microsoft, I'm sure you guys are aware, but Microsoft Xbox Live Service will be raising its price.
I actually did not hear that. What?
Yeah.
Yep.
It'll be raising its
Fuckers.
price from $49.99 to $59.99. Pretty much
Bastards.
$60. So, and this guy, there's a guy on a story on Destructoid about this guy who says that the price hike is still an incredible value. I agree with this guy, and his logic makes a lot of sense. And I know I sound like a sheep when I read here's logic and go, yeah, that makes sense, but it does. When it originally launched in 2002, it cost $50. but with inflation and the amount of stuff they've added to it, and the ESPN, the Facebook, Twitter, Netflix, Last FM,
Right.
you know, all that stuff, $10 price tag is kind of warranted. So I don't know. I think they've added a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they have. I don't know. It's like they don't have any competition right now. You know, I mean, like, because PlayStation Network's free.
Well-
and I've always stood behind Microsoft and paying $50 for it because you get better servers. You know, and now they're just throwing all this stuff at you. But still, it's not like you have to pay for anything else. So
Well,
I don't know.
the only thing that I think really, the way I see it is, I'm paying $60 soon for this service so I can play games online. The thing that I don't like is companies now like EA coming out and charging $10 extra to download the downloadable
Right.
version of the game, that like to play.
on that
Insert
online
game.
service.
Yeah.
I would gladly pay like $10 extra if
Yeah.
like it cut down a lot of the DLC fees and shit, you know, for like stuff that should be in game already. I don't know.
Exactly. I don't know.
So we'll see what they do with it.
Yeah, it's that's happening coming up in I think November. is the
Oh,
first.
I did see a thing. I don't know who tweeted it. Somebody like retweeted on Amazon right now. Xbox Live 12 months are on sale for like it's like $40.
They'll
Yeah.
do that sometimes, so you can always find it cheaper than whatever Microsoft actually
Yeah,
wants.
so especially with this price coming up, man.
Definitely stock
it's a
up.
it's a
Stock
good
up,
time
definitely.
to go ahead and get it.
I actually my service runs out I believe in October, so I'll definitely be
Mine is next month,
stocking up. Yeah. So.
like end of next month.
All right, so that's our news for this week. Interesting stuff. I know your mind is still blowing from Skate or
Skate,
Die.
it is. I'm so. I kind of really want to play like a remake Skate or Die now, though.
I think Pool Joust would be wicked.
That would be amazing if they just made like Pool Joust the mini game. It was like $1 on Xbox Live Market.
Did you ever see? Did you ever see the old? I mean, it was like one of the first video game vaults I ever did. Did you ever see that? I think it was. I think it
No.
might have
On
been the
Skate or
second or
Die?
third. Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Pretty much. I played the role of the shop owner. Like, hey guys, it's Skate or Die.
Wow.
It was really bad. It was like 40 seconds long, and
Oh, it's one of those.
I kept saying like tubular, bodacious, and having these
God.
crazy words flying the screen. It was awesome.
I have to go check that out.
Look it up
now.
on YouTube. Yeah. All right. So that is our news for this week. Coming up next, we're going to talk about Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the movie.
Unscripted promos.
So, Craig, I don't know if you've heard about this, but this Twitter thing, it's kind of a big deal.
Social networking is kind of huge right now. Twitter.
Slightly. You know, it's a great way to follow ScrewAttack.
That's right. We have all sorts of secret things that don't happen on our website that happen on there. Like when I showed my dog off.
Tucker, right?
Tucker the Screw Dog.
We have a ScrewAdog now.
Twitter.com/ScrewAttack. Isn't that easy?
Very.
That's right. So people should follow us.
Cool. Do it.
All right, so this past weekend we took a trip to go see a movie that has been bombing in the box office, but
Horribly.
we saw the previews. We were interested in it. Didn't really know what to think of it going into this, so we went into the movie with no expectations. But we went to go see on a little field trip. Myself, Brian, Jose. No, Jose didn't go.
Nah, Jared, Destin, Nick Ben.
Yes, so it was all of us sick for Chad because Chad was
Off in Vegas.
Off in Vegas. We went to go see Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Now, before we start talking about this movie, I do want to throw down that I've never read a Scott Pilgrim
I've read
graphic
them all.
novel. You have?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so you know what you're talking about. I just know the movie. So I went into this thing with zero expectations. Did you go into this thing with expectations?
My expectations were set off of the first trailer, which looked like one more terrible Michael Cera standard stereotype piece of crap.
Okay, we will talk about the trailers here in a second because I want to go watch the trailers after we saw the movie again, and I'll give you my thoughts on that. So,
All right.
Okay,
I haven't seen either.
okay. So, what do you know about Scott Pilgrim vs. the World?
That I saw the trailers and it looked horrible.
Okay, so we went into this movie, and what if I was to tell you the very first thing you see is an 8-bit Universal logo with the 8-bit sound.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
With a chiptune Universal 20 seconds.
That's badass.
From that point on, I was like, okay.
Yeah, like I'm very.
Sold.
And then the second thing you hear is Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past music in the
Really?
opening title. I was like, wow. So this movie, you know, I wish I could sugarcoat this any other way, but this is the best video game movie I've ever seen. But it still has nothing to do with video games. Or it has nothing to do with
A specific
video game, which I think is like a huge thing about it. I mean, the movie is everywhere. It's fast paced. It's all over the place. There's just fast cuts to this, and this, and you're like, okay, what just happened? You know, there's several points in the movie where that happens.
They did make some quick cuts jumping from scenes and times of day.
Yeah. Really, I thought the whole movie, it's about 2 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the whole movie flowed really well, with the exception of about 5 to 10 minutes in the middle, in between Boyfriends 2 and 3. I thought it kind of lagged just a little bit, but then it picked up. It was really, really fun to watch. Now, the thing that blew my mind about this movie was the absolute visual style that they did this. And I think they were going for some comic book type look, obviously, with it being
in part,
a comic book, with a very 8-bit thing. Now, people say Avatar is really, really impressive, and I know that I'm putting Scott Pilgrim on par with Avatar.
But you just pissed someone off.
Yeah, but Avatar is impressive in its own right, but Scott Pilgrim is totally impressive. Like, I was sitting there next to Nick, and I looked over at him. I said, "Nick, you're fired. I'm hiring these editors." Because it's like just absolute sensory overload, the entire film. You know, things are turning into pixels are popping, and
people turn into coins.
Yeah, people exploding and all sorts of stuff.
Whoever did their trailer should be fired. Because
Exactly.
Really,
every time you guys are talking about how awesome it was, and like I saw April,
you would not get that from the trailers.
Yeah, April and I saw the trailers and like that looks like just a horrible movie.
Agreed. That's the thing.
I didn't even know how to do with video games. I thought it was another comic book movie. You know,
I went back and watched the trailers, and I said, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
I didn't. If I didn't know what I just seen, I would have done exactly what you did and totally passed. But
maybe that's why it's bombing.
Yeah, well, you hear the saying all the time: a trailer makes a movie.
Yeah.
A trailer makes a game.
It can make or break.
Absolutely, and I think that's what happened with this, because I think the movie is going to do really well on DVD.
Okay, it had a budget of $85 million.
Oh, really?
As of this weekend, it made $25.
Oh my god!
It has a lot of ground to cover if it's going to break even on
God.
DVDs.
Wow. Well, and the thing is, a lot of that, I'm sure Michael Cera got paid a couple mil or whatever.
Yeah.
And, I mean, there's not a whole lot of there's like recognizable people that you see and you go, okay, I know that guy, but you don't know their
But they
name.
have a scene.
Yeah. There's a lot of those guys. You go, okay, that's that guy from that. That's the guy from this.
Yeah, Chris Evans is in there. Brandon Routh, he played Superman. Superman Returns, but he's there for 5 minutes.
Yeah, they're real fast. But I think the majority of the budget just had to have gone to the people who did the visual. Yeah, to the visual side of things. Whether it's the sword fights or just the pixelization of things. It's insane. How does the movie compare to the comic books? Were there a lot of subtle nods to it when you were watching?
A lot of the dialogue is right from the book. Like, I went
Really?
back and read some over this weekend.
That's cool.
And yeah, it's lifted like right out of the pages.
Really?
They did a good job of condensing the 6 books, especially since the 6th book was still being written as they were making the film. So,
Okay.
So they did a good job
That's
even with
crazy.
that happening
Okay.
of staying true to the material.
So there's I don't know how the whole Scott Pilgrim thing works. So there's 6 total stories, kind of like Harry Potter,
It's
in the same vein, I guess.
yeah, it is kind of broken down by like the evil X, but there's 6 total books.
But there's 7 evil X's.
But the Kadianagi twins?
Oh, okay. That
They're
makes
5 and
sense.
6.
Okay. Totally. Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, those guys.
Speaking of, now this is something that I think you're totally gonna dig. Like I said, there's a lot of subtle like nods to video games, and when you're watching the credits, you notice things that, like during the
They have
credits.
like English and stuff.
Well, during the credits they say thanks to Konami, thanks to Capcom for this,
Oh,
thanks
that's
to
cool.
whatever.
Yeah.
Because
That's where a lot of money might have gone, licensing fees.
potentially, yeah, because at one point he says, "Hey, I learned the Final Fantasy II enemy theme," and he's playing it on guitar. But you're talking about the twins. That scene was like mind blowing to me.
Oh yeah.
By far, because they're essentially in a battle of the bands type thing, and one side is these evil twins that the girl dated, and then there's one side, it's his band, and these DJs, the 2 twins are DJs, and they start playing, and there's just this big 2 dragons that come out, a la Double Dragons, and like essentially attack them audio wise.
Yeah.
And then they start rocking ass, and this giant
Sasquatch.
gorilla Sashgos thing comes out, and it starts battling. So it's all this shit's going on. It's insane.
Where do you get this from the trailer? This is pissing me off.
It wasn't in the trailer.
Exactly.
So-
I posted this on Facebook. I was going to be talking about this week on SideScrollers, and someone was like, "If you're talking about Scott Pilgrim versus the world, I'm going to quit ScrewAttack." Are you kidding me?
I saw that kid.
What are you missing? Like, did you see the same movie that I saw?
I think he saw the trailer.
He obviously did not see it because I think if you have any, I was talking to my wife's sister. Okay, so my sister-in-law.
All right.
She doesn't know much about video games, but she loved the movie. She thought it was like so visually like crazy, and she just loved the story and whatever. But we both agreed that there's a very tight demographic that really gets this. Like if you're over 35, you won't get it, and if you're like under 18 or 20,
you had to grow up with a lot of that.
Exactly,
Really.
and I think that a lot of people, they're not. For somebody who's hardcore into that, like myself, this was like 2 hours of just like making love to the freaking movie screen. I was like, yes, the entire time.
This might have been the most I've ever seen you geek out for something.
Oh my god, I was freaking. And like the thing is, we left the theater, and I told you guys this is the only movie I've ever seen that I said I will go back in and pay full price to see that right now. And I've never said that about a movie before. I hate paying $10 to go see a movie, but I would pay another $10.
See, for like that was Iron Man for me, man. Iron Man 1.
Iron Man didn't do much to me.
I don't know why,
but I don't know.
We won't dig this up again, but that's awesome. Though.
Long story short, I gave it like if I was to rate it like 5 out of 5, or like 5 stars or 10 stars or whatever your ranking is, I gave it the most because I think it was phenomenal. And if we were to do a top 10 video game movies, that would be number 1 by a mile.
I'll have to go check it out.
I don't know. What would you think, Brian? Where does it, considering you're like a fan of the actual graphic or whatever they're called, novels or whatever? what would you give it?
I'd probably put it pretty high up there as far as like on our rating scale. There were points where it dragged, and Ramona is a much more like a deeper character in the book. Mm-hmm. In the movie, she's just kind of there. She has the occasional sarcastic remark. She wasn't, I guess, as developed as other characters were in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think, she is the central focus of the actual thing, of the actual movie, but in the storyline. But as somebody who doesn't know anything about it, I thought that she pulled it off just fine, or they pulled it off just fine, getting across what they wanted to get across. So, I don't know. I totally suggest you go and seeing it. I think that you'd really enjoy it.
Dollar Theater.
Really? You're going to wait? I'm telling you, dude. Go see it.
Chad, Movie Tavern, make the trip up to Denton. Wait, you guys don't have student IDs. Never mind. Wait,
no, April does, but not me.
$3 Monday and Thursday at the tavern.
I'm telling you, dude, you should totally go see it. Don't wait to the Dollar Theater because and just to get back on this, there was people walking out of the theater while we were there.
But it was the guys who you would least expect to get Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah,
like it was those jock kids that walked in later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that were the ones that walked out.
There's probably 5 or 6, and I was just like, what are you doing? Why are you leaving this? This is so great. Anyways.
I just remember Jared freaking out.
Well, Jared.
It was his birthday. He was kind of happy.
Jared was a little...
Jared, it was... Jared had a birthday present earlier in the day.
He was riding that high.
A lot of alcohol.
A few glasses of birthday present.
Yes, for sure. So anyways, excuse Jared for that. It was funny because I had... I won't go into that analogy.
Yes.
Anyways, if you haven't seen the movie, I strongly suggest you guys going to see it. Yeah, it's got Michael Cera. I don't mind Michael Cera. I know a lot of people do.
You can put up with him in this movie.
Yeah, he's enjoyable.
He can do good. Just never see year one.
I like his character, Michael Cera. It's really good. He plays it in all his movies.
Yeah, the character. Yeah.
So, anyways, go see it. If you haven't seen it, I strongly suggest you do. If you have seen it and you don't agree with me, definitely post your comments in the comment thread and on the blog.
Please let them try and be thought out.
Yes, don't be like, this movie sucks.
I fucking hated
Explain
it.
what you're
it's
thinking.
stupid.
I'm over ScrewAttack.
Yeah. Think it out. I want to hear what you have to say. All right. So coming up next, we got the side scroller news. Who got them?
I've got it.
All right, excellent. We'll see how hilarious you are this week.
We'll try.
Unscripted promos.
It's too hot for the internet.
I think I might take off my top.
Whoa.
I mean, for the internet.
I see. Okay, well, we're talking about the Too Hot for the Internet DVD. Okay, so what are your favorite things on the Too Hot for the Internet DVD there, Corey?
Well, there was this thing we did called the Narcoleptics, right?
Narcoleptic Olympics?
Narcoleptic Olympics, whatever. Yeah, that was total fail.
And that's under the things that failed.
Under the things that failed, but it's kind of funny, especially to see Jose run around with his legs dead or bound.
And I also... That sounds really, especially you saying
it's too hot for the internet.
Yes, especially with you saying you're going to take your shirt off and you're talking about Jose's legs being bound. I don't even know. Just, you need to go buy it. It's really good. It's all never before seen stuff. Go pick it up at ScrewAttack'sstore.com.
Hot. hot.
All right, just a reminder, PAX Friday panel. Hope to see you there. If you're going to PAX, there's no excuse not for you to come up and shake my hand. I'd love to shake your hand and give you a high five.
And Jose and I'll be there.
Oh yeah, that too. It's gonna be good times.
Go see Craig at CraigCon on the Craig panel.
That's right. Go see Craig panel 2010 at PAX, otherwise known as Craig. All right.
Craig the Gathering.
World of Craig. Burning Craig.
But right
Craig
now
King.
it's time for the Side Scroller News Desk.
Hit the music.
You know, I actually got a request from D1. He's like, "You've really tailed off your fours since the beginning," and I don't know.
You used to be cool, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna make an effort to bring the fours back, the long fours for the news desk. So if you're into the fours,
It's
be
on.
prepared because it's going. All right.
I've noticed that you've cut real quick back a lot ever since.
That's
video.
been subconsciously. I haven't done that on purpose, but I'll real quickly try to do that. All right.
Let's work on the smooth transitions, too.
Smooth transitions are good too. I have a couple crutch faces, but that's all right.
What are we doing again?
Yeah, news desk. What do we got?
All right, news desk. So, football coming back this month.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, buddy.
Yay.
Yeah. All right. So, you know how people sometimes, insure stupid things for stupid amounts of money?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, NFL player Troy Polamalu has insured his hair for $1 million with Lloyd's of London.
How did I know it was going to be his hair? Now this guy, to give you a point of reference here.
Yeah,
Chad,
Chad, this is...
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
That's Troy.
he looks a lot
Gotcha.
like you. Just
I can, yes.
just
So
more. What's his nationality?
He's Samoan.
Yes, he's more Samoan and he has longer hair and it's kind of curly.
Craig, do we have hair insurance at ScrewAttack?
No, we do not. Unfortunately.
Damn.
So
It'll cover your Farrah Fawcett days.
well, the thing about this guy is that he has been pulled down several times from his hair because it all hangs out in the back of his helmet and such. So $1 million. So what does this cover? Like if he gets pulled down, it gets ripped out, or what? How does this all? I mean, this is
That's a genius strategy. The other football players are going to be scared to tackle him because the coach is like, don't you pull his hair out.
Are you kidding? I bet there's some guys who, you know what? I bet if he's like really down for money or something, at one point he's like, just pull me down, dude, rip it out.
Yeah.
Rip it out. How do they prove it, you know?
Apparently Lloyd's of London is keeping that secret for the time being. But if you want to look for someone who pulls out Troy's hair, look to Larry Johnson.
Larry Johnson.
Who's now, I think...
Larry Johnson used to be the running back.
With the Chiefs, he
Yes.
blew it. He went to Cincy, he blew it. I think he's one of the 5 guys with the Redskins right now.
Really?
Yeah,
He used to be a good running back too.
he used to be cool.
What a shame.
Yep.
Yeah, football comment. Yeah.
Football. Woo!
Football!
Well, that's interesting.
Oh.
I'm insuring my foot.
All right, Chad, here you go.
Ensure your voice.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
All right.
What's up?
Venezuelan politician raffles breast implants for campaign.
Oh wow. Venezuela,
Yes.
That's.
Who's breast implants?
We all know that Venezuelans don't quite have the upper body they used to. It's over time. The
For a little under $6 a ticket, donors get the chance to win the pricey operation free of charge.
Okay, that's much better than what I was.
Apparently, 30,000 women a year in Venezuela get breast implants.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot
I
of
had
women.
no idea.
I didn't know Venezuela had breast implants.
It's like I'm raveling self-esteem.
Breast implants are everywhere you'd expect them to be.
Yes.
In some places you don't.
Do Venezuela breast implants just include stuffing tissues in their bras?
Oh.
You're gonna get a comment for that.
Just kidding. Third world country humor. Is Venezuela third world?
No,
They're
not third world.
Are they first world or second world? What is all that?
Stop talking. Someone right now is just getting.
Stop while you're not that far behind.
Are they people?
Kids, come on.
When was the last time they had a
Everything-
civil war? Huh?
Everything revolves around me. Come on. I'm the ugly American.
Wow.
Screw everybody.
Let's insure my hair. All right.
Exactly. Well, so did they give away a winner?
No, they didn't. But I can tell you,
There's still time.
I can tell you that Gustavo Rojas, who's running as an alternate for the National Assembly in the September 26 elections, said there's a great demand for the surgery. So,
Well, isn't that kind of bitch slapping your own people? I look around and I see a much need for this.
I will change this world.
This horrible, horrible, ugly, flat world.
Well, Rojas equates it to raffling off a TV set or a telephone.
Oh, really? Is that right?
Yep.
Well, you can't really carry around a telephone in your pants. I guess you could. I mean, but whatever. TV set or...
You can't carry a TV on your shirt.
Excellent point.
Okay.
I don't know.
Touche. Okay.
It's interesting indeed. We'll go Venezuela and go boobies.
All right. Jeez. Okay, so as Americans, we pay some of the lowest taxes in the country or in the world, but we're still really pissed
There
off.
we go again. It's not the world, it's our country.
No, it's
All about U.S. All right, let's drink some beer and shoot some deer.
But we still hate paying taxes. And let's see, one man in Cle Elum, Washington, has paid his property tax with 33,000 pennies.
See, that's what I'm talking
Man,
about.
props to that guy.
See, you know this guy, and it probably cost him like, I don't know, how much money to send that to him, you know what I mean? Or did he just drop it off and say,
I hope he dropped it off.
here, bitch.
Exactly.
Here you go. And there's some homeless guy outside who's like, I'm rich. It just gets everywhere. That'd be amazing.
Dude, I'm sorry. Paying with change is the worst thing ever. I hate it. When I used to work at the skate park, you know, it was like it was like $12 skate all day or like $10 skate.
They pay you in quarters.
Dude, I'd have someone who's like, you know, hey, I need to get into the, you know, today. And I'm like, all right, and then just chink, it's like a jar, and then they just dump it out, and I'm just like,
You want me to count
I
that?
have to. You
Wait,
know?
hold on. So this guy paid $33,000 in pennies, or 33?
He paid $330 in pennies.
Okay, I was saying 330
Here's
bucks.
the thing. He
That's
paid
not much.
$330 in pennies for failing to pay a $34 bill.
Wow.
He owed $34
And then the fee on top of that was
in
$200.
pennies.
Nice.
But then he put his 2 cents in.
Oh, God.
That's right. All right.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. That's pretty much all I got to say about that. Good one, Chad.
Hey, no
Nice.
problem. Normally you're the master of horrible puns.
That's right. All right. Is that it?
Let's go with one more.
Oh, we got more. All right.
You didn't want to leave on my horrible pun.
Yeah,
I was trying to get out as fast as we could after that.
All right, well, a 21-year-old man in Tampa, Florida, has been arrested for posing as a middle schooler to play youth football. He posed as a 14-year-old.
How old?
He's 21. He pretended to be 14 to play for the Town and Country Packers.
Wow. First off, that name is just wrong. Second off, 21-year-old. You know, the thing is, I know there are a few 21-year-olds I could see pulling off maybe being a late teen, but not 14. Like, I don't know. I think you hear about those guys in, in Puerto Rico who come over to the U.S. and they play like Little League baseball, but they're actually
Oh, and people
25.
like falsify their documents to
Yeah.
say they're 13.
Yeah, they're there's a lot of Major League Baseball players who don't have documentation or whatever, and they're like, yeah, I'm 21. Oh, really? Are you? I was born in 1937. You know, and they're all old.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's absolutely intriguing. So, what was he hoping to accomplish with this? Was he hoping to?
He's finally gonna kick some ass, Craig.
Did they realize that he was a little more advanced when he could bench press 2 trucks?
Or drink.
No.
He was buying drinks.
Here is when they found out things were a little squirrely.
Uh-oh.
On the Tuesday after he signed up for Pee Wee football, he attempted to enroll at Webb Middle School under an alias.
Oh, it wasn't even something good. Like,
His fake name was Chad Jordan.
oh really?
That's generic enough, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. And people when asked why he wouldn't put up an address, he claimed he was homeless. So, they called child services, who when they came in, the first thing they said was, that kid is not 14.
That kid ain't 14, dude. That's hilarious.
They were also tipped off slightly when he pulled up to school every day in his car. Like,
When he had to be assigned a parking spot.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. To the point to where he was shaving I'm 14 in his facial hair. Oh my god.
Let's be honest, guys. He was there for the ladies.
Well, apparently this guy also, he meets the weight requirement for their youth football league, so they weren't going to question it. He met the relative dimensions of a 14-year-old, so
Wow.
they flew with it.
That's amazing.
They told him if he wanted to play, though, he's gonna have to cut back on the booze a little bit. That's the most
Wow.
ridiculous thing.
That is absolutely crazy. And to say I haven't, if I To say I haven't considered doing something very similar to that would be a lie. No, I'm totally kidding.
Well, and this isn't even the first time he's done this.
Whoa!
Wait, what?
He did this with a different team in the same league 2 years ago.
Oh my gosh, that's
The
great.
same league?
Same league.
You go playing against him. Like that. He's back again.
There's what's his name?
His actual name
No, his
is
fake name.
Chad Jordan.
There's Chad Jordan again. He doesn't look like he's aged at all.
He's gone back in time. My God.
Wow.
No, here's my favorite part.
Oh, it gets even better.
This really is. All right. Something about an email where it says Chad Jordan was a very special prospect who hasn't signed but has offers from Southern Cal, Texas, and Florida.
Wow, that's amazing.
Posing
ridiculous.
as a 14-year-old getting offers for college football.
But he was only there for like a week, wasn't that right? Is that...
Well, I guess this was off his prior playing time.
Oh, that's phenomenal. Wow.
So, USC goes after middle schoolers already, so what's one more gonna hurt?
Mark my words. This is not the end of this. You're gonna hear from this guy like way later down the line.
Playing women's field hockey.
It's gonna be like, high schooler Chad Jordan's about to be drafted into some really good football team because I don't follow sports. And then you're gonna be like, Chad Jordan, that bastard. He's like 80.
Well, wouldn't you know it? We actually have a new hire, guys. He'll be starting next week. His name is Chad Jordan.
Chad Jordan.
That's right.
Honestly, I look pretty young. Maybe I can go pull something off like this.
He's a very good editor for his age. And,
all right.
That's right. All right. Okay, so let's move on. Good job. Nice job finding those stories. Very
Thank
good
you.
quality this week. All right, coming next, we got 4 questions where we answer your deepest, darkest desires.
Yeah.
Unscripted promos.
So, Corey, I don't know if you've heard, we got a new iPhone game on the way.
We do.
It's called Texting of the Bread. It's going to be available on the iPhone store soon.
Is that kind of like texting of the dead? I mean, typing of the dead? I'm retarded.
You are kind of retarded, but yes, it kind of is that. It's an homage to one of our favorite games on the Dreamcast, except with little gingerbread men.
Ooh, tasty.
And a hot chick, which, oddly enough, you are voicing.
Am I?
You are.
I know. That's why you should buy it right there.
So go pick it up. Texting of the Bread, coming soon on the iPhone App Store, or whatever it's called.
Tasty.
Here they are.
Hello. Welcome to Forum Questions.
It's time to answer you all the questions you've ever had a burning desire to ask.
Oh, yeah. Okay, no, seriously, there
Nothing's
weren't
more
any.
gay
No,
than having
I
3
actually.
guys talk like that.
There weren't.
What's wrong,
There weren't
Greg?
any dirty questions in the forums
Oh,
this
well.
time.
Surprise.
Wait till next week, all right?
I know
Now they're coming.
Now you set the challenge. All right. But I tell you what, the first guy's name is High School Virgin, and he wants to know, what enemy do you never want to see in any game ever again?
Don't know.
What enemy just like pissed you off as a kid?
You know, I died the very first time I played Mega Man on Cutsman stage against the very, 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 very first enemy.
Oh.
The little
propeller
hard
guy?
hat?
No, it was a little propeller guy. Who
Oh
comes
yeah,
down
yeah,
and
and it
swoops
keeps
down.
hitting you.
Yeah.
Knocks you on the ladders.
And like I remember playing that at my buddy's house, and he's like, "You gotta try this game." I was like, "Sweet, you can play different, you could play different characters and stuff." So we'll start with this guy, is where the cursor started, and I just got beat all to hell.
I'm not gonna
This
lie,
thing.
dude. That was so annoying. And when Iron Man 2 years ago, when Mega Man 1 was the game, dude, I saw so many people who like didn't practice up, just keep getting hit by
Really?
it and get knocked down the ladder and going back up.
That's great.
Brian,
I would go with, this is in the second level of Ninja Gaiden, when you get up into like the roof and there's like the football players and like the Middle Eastern looking dudes. Screw both of them.
Yeah. There's also the birds when you're climbing up ladders all night.
Yeah.
Sons of bitches.
Duck Hunt Dog. I consider it an enemy.
Ah, yes, the big #1 douchebag of all time, the Duck Hunt
Yep.
Dog. Very good. All right, what else?
Let's see. Muzzyfield or Muzzyfeed? Yeah.
Mussified?
Yeah, sure, Mussified. Why not? Well, they want to know, or he wants to know, when will we be able to watch ScrewAttack's shows in 16:9 or maybe even HD? On the site 4.3 is just fine, but when watching, for example, the Metal Gear Bend DVD on an HD TV, it practically begs for widescreen HD footage.
That's a good question.
He's like, no, I'm not bitching. What?
Yes.
I lesbians, all the great work. Just
That's
wondering.
a Scott Pilgrim reference.
Okay.
It's funny because actually I got a email or a Facebook message from some guy saying that
They lesbians you?
something along those lines. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, 16:9. We actually have a couple shows in development right now that will actually be featured in 16:9. which you should be seeing shortly. Actually, 3 shows. 3 new shows.
Yeah.
1 you're already familiar with, 2 that are brand new. And the HD thing could be coming down the line. We'll see. It's going to come as a result of those shows, I think. So, but it's about time to make that jump, I think.
Cool.
Sweet.
And that's definitely something from a merchandise perspective that I definitely want, and it's just whenever it makes sense to do. But absolutely, you can bet that if we do make the switch, whenever that the DVDs will reflect that as well.
Here's the thing: HD cameras,
Not cheap.
they're not exactly your old flip camera. I mean,
Yeah.
they are, but the stuff we need, they need to be pretty nice.
And with certain people's habits about breaking things.
Yeah, that's the thing. Nick works here. So,
We'll keep Nick on the SDs.
yeah. Well,
That'd be like the worst bait ever. Everything on ScrewAttack coming to you in HD except
Except
digital
that
4K.
guy.
Hey Nick.
Nick
Shit,
Walker.
he's here. I mean,
Hide
right.
the cameras.
All right. So there you go. There's the answer to that. What else?
Wolfen. Oh wait, hold on. Wolfen. I really need to make the text bigger. Wolfen wants to know, how important are trophies and achievements in games to you? Are they like A, you must have them and you can't put a game away until you've collected all of them, like Destin? B, a fun touch, but you really, don't really. Oh, hold on. I can't read. A fun touch, but you don't really care about how much you get. Or C, completely annoying, and each new unlocked trophy achievement ruins a little bit of your gaming experience.
I would go in the group of I don't look at the achievements before I start playing, and when they pop up, I go, oh, that's neat.
Yeah, I'm the exact same.
I'm right there too.
Yeah.
Like achievements, I could care less about. If I get them, that's okay. That's cool.
But
Yeah.
I know some people really like them. I know that Texting the Bread is going to have like 75 achievements in it,
Wow.
something like
Yeah,
that.
I like clever achievements. When,
Yeah.
like there's like a really you do something and then there's like a really funny like little niche reference or something like that. Then I never go out of my way to get them, but I think it's really funny when I see those.
I know that some of the achievements in Texting the Bread, they're for killing a certain number of enemies a certain number of times, playing through this level,
Yeah.
unlocking some of the Easter eggs in it, you can actually get achievements for posting on Facebook.
Whoa.
On Texting the Bread, I don't think there's ever been an iPhone game that's done that.
That's
where
crazy.
If you actually post on Facebook a certain number of times, then you get achievements for posting on Facebook, so that's pretty cool. So, we're breaking ground,
Yeah, there you go.
All right,
No
what
big
else?
deal.
I know Destin's number A because Destin. Well, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. He's pretty hardcore about achievements. Remember, it was like what, Christmas vacation or one of
Yeah.
our little breaks. We're all talking about like, what'd you guys do? What'd you guys do? And Destin was like, I got every trophy in Assassin's Creed.
I found all 300 feathers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I know Jared's like that too.
Yep.
I could never do that.
All right, what else?
Okay. Space Dude Roy wants to know, what celebrity would you like to spend the day with?
Michael Cera.
Man, this movie really affected Craig.
No, if I had to pick one celebrity to hang out with, and probably just to see what his day's like and such, because I absolutely respect the guy and I respect what he's done on his own, I would pick Weird Al. I would
Surprise.
I would
Cool.
love to hang out with Weird Al for one day because he's done it all by himself,
Uh-huh.
and just to see what is people are like, oh, he makes funny songs and they're what, but it's just like ScrewAttack. There's way much more to that, I'm sure. So I would love
yeah.
to just kind of see what he's doing. So, Chad.
Well, Brian's thinking. For me, man, it would be like I never really freak out about celebrities. Like if I were to meet a celebrity, I'd just kind of be like,
Yeah,
hey, cool.
Hey, person.
Whatever. The only person like really that I would like to hang out with and meet would be Greg Graffin, who's the lead singer from Bad Religion, and just because I have like a tremendous amount of respect for him. Because, well, here's the deal. See, you do that. Yeah, okay, so he's the lead singer of a punk band, but he also has a degree in biochemistry and teaches at a college in California.
That's
He's
cool.
ridiculously smart, and so he's managed to somehow do this, and like he's wrote whole like dissertations on religion and theory and
I
all
have
this
a
stuff.
question.
What's up?
So he went to school and he learned all this great stuff. When is he gonna go to school learn how to sing?
Oh, don't even. Don't even.
Don't.
All right, Brian. What else?
All right, no, you be like a genius and still be in one of the world's like most popular punk bands. So Craig and I have many battles over Bad Religion and Offspring.
Sounds like a dying cat.
I'll kill you.
Just like Billy Corgan. All right, what else?
Ouch.
Flame him. All right.
I don't know. I'd kind of like to guys. I'd really like to go talk to like, not Jerry Jones, like someone. I've met Brad Sham.
Maybe Mark Cuban.
Cuban would actually be really cool.
Yeah.
Because Cuban's one of those guys who worked his way out, middle class neighborhood, busted his ass since he was, in high school selling papers, and now is this billionaire. So that would be someone that would be a blast to go pick their brain.
For those of you who do not know who Mark Cuban is, he's the owner of the Dallas Mavericks basketball team. He sold broadcast.com to somebody for
Yahoo.
For like $4 billion or something.
Like all his employees, I think from broadcast.com, could have retired when they were bought.
It's crazy.
They
Pretty
went
awesome
for that
stuff.
much. And he also does HDNet.
Yeah.
He has his own network.
Yep. Pretty smart dude. Very smart business guy for sure. Nearly bought the Texas Rangers and such.
Yep.
Crazy guy. All right, what else? Last one?
Yep.
Okay.
Smiling Scott wants to know, with the special exception of Super Mario RPG, I've not really seen Craig review a single RPG for the Video Game Vault. Why is that? Is it because A, you don't feel like you could do a very good VGV on an RPG? B, the fact that you really don't like RPGs to begin with? Or C, some other reason that we're not aware of?
It's because they take too bloody long to capture.
All three, exactly. Like usually video game vaults, you talk about games that take maybe an hour to beat, maybe 90 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, whatever, and it's just a small encompassing experience. The thing that is different between games of yesteryear and games of today is now you can have multiple save spots, multiple save files. So you can actually go through and save your progress at 7, 8, 9, 10 different spots throughout the game. Whereas if you go through and you play Secret of Mana, you have one save spot and you need to play through that spot every time. And then you have to go back and backtrack and all and get footage of all this stuff. So there's a lot more, and they'd be long. They wouldn't be vaults. They'd be dissertations on these games.
Well, remember,
It would take forever to capture.
Well, yeah, I tried to start Tomba one time. I played it for a day, came back. I was like, Craig, I don't have any good footage yet. It's a full-length RPG. It's like, scrap it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
It doesn't fit our production schedule for getting VGVs done.
So stinking long, and you'll see RPGs in the top 10s. We've done those before plenty of times, but at the end of the day, they just take so long to do. And anybody who plays RPGs knows, they're 10, 20, 40 hours long. So it's tough. All right, so that's it.
The only other thing is birthdays.
Oh, yes.
Birthdays.
Solid Snake 90,000.
Happy.
Yep.
90,000.
Yeah, Solid Snake 90,000. There have been that many clones.
Whoa.
And then I guess last week, X Shadow X Angel XX.
Yes. He got me on Facebook, too, and told me I was dumb or something.
That's a way of showing appreciation because you didn't say happy birthday last week.
He says he gets up at 4:30 to get out his PSP and begins listening all the way up to arriving at school around 6:50, which is amazing because our podcast
does not last 2.5 hours.
But anyways, thank you for that. Appreciate that. And thanks for being my buddy on Facebook. All right. Okay, so there you go. That's SideScrollers for this week. Lots and lots of fun stuff on the way that we haven't even shared with you guys yet, but man, they are coming, and just be ready to rock and roll. So, I guess until next week. Hey, I'm Stutter and Craig.
Freelance Brian.
I'm Jed, and I'll see you at PAX.
Yeah, for sure. Make sure you guys come out to the panel at PAX and say hi to myself, and definitely not Chad and Jose. All right, see you guys next week for another episode of SideScrollers on ScrewAttack.com.
Craig.
Craig.com.
Coming soon.